A good day to everyone present here. Today in my video presentation, I would be discussing the recording graphical interpretation of T-scan on a case. The T-scan is an excellent diagnostic tool for quantifying occlusal forces when compared to the articulating paper, which only qualitates the occlusal forces. The dynamicity of the occlusal forces is only recorded by the T-scan. The T-scan consists of a handle, sensor and a software. The handle consists of a notch which is placed between the two upper central incisors for orientation, and the sensor contains a label indicated by up. This indicates that this part of the sensor should face towards the recording surface of the handle. The handle is connected to the computer. The sensors contain pressure resistive inks which, when the patient bites, the resistance created by the electrical impulse is converted into values and represented on the screen. Here is a patient of age 28 reporting to the Department of Prosthodontics and Crown and Bridge. The patient complains of pain over the right TMJ region for 2 weeks, and after diagnosis, the patient was advised hot water fomentation and jaw stretching exercises for 2 weeks. The patient did report after 2 weeks with no improvements in signs and symptoms, after which T-scan was considered to be a diagnostic tool in this case. The sensor is placed in the handle as mentioned earlier, and the handle, for its orientation, the notch is located between the two upper central incisors. The recording button is pressed and the patient is asked to bite. After the completion of the bite, the recording button is switched off. This occlusal forces is transmitted to the computer, which, with the help of software, qualitates the occlusal forces and is represented on the software screen. The software screen is divided into 3 segments. The upper left segment, which is the 2D view, shows the overview of the whole occlusal force area, with the oval segment showing the center of force and trajectory. The upper right indicates the 3D view, which quantifies the occlusal forces in form of bars and diagrams over the point. The lower part indicates the whole graphical representation of the whole occlusal force. The center of force is a diamond-shaped sensor located in the oval area, and the path followed by the center of force is the trajectory. The trajectory followed in this case was of horizontal type, which indicates that there was a hyperactive muscle. The lower graph is divided into 4 segments: A, B, C and D. A indicates the first point of contact, and this coincides with the black force line. B indicates maximum intercuspation after completion of closure. C indicates opening and sliding movements, and D indicates the completion of the bite or the slide movements. There are 3 colored lines present here. The black line indicates the timeline of the whole bite. The green line indicates the left side of the arch, and the right line indicates the right side of the arch. The color line seen at segment A of green indicates that the first point of contact is located over the left side of the arch. So, interpreting this graph, it was concluded that the black line from the point A to B is of plateau type with elevation. This indicates there was muscular weakness in the patient. The black line from C to D is a step type pattern, which is represented by a periodic static region followed by a dip. This indicates excessive occlusal friction with lateral movement or lactic acid buildup due to interference. After increasing the sensitivity of the sensor, it was found out there was a premature contact. This would have led to lactic acid buildup over a period of time. The red and the green line should ideally gradually meet and overlap, but in this case, there is a spike seen in the A to B segment, which indicates that the dominating right side overtaking the weaker left side. So, an occlusal equilibration was suggested for this patient, as a high point was noted over the 2536 region, and the patient was recalled after a follow-up after 2 weeks. Thank you.